Is it better to pray for yourself or to ask a really pious person to pray for you? Many people go to Israel and search for a special Kabbalist, a scholar, a pious person to pray on their behalf. In this week's Parsha, we read about Jacob, who leaves his home for the very first time. He goes on the way to Haran, running away from his brother who wants to kill him for taking away the blessings. And he falls asleep. God appears to him in a dream, and he says, I am the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac, and I will watch over you. I'll safeguard you from any bad thing that may happen. Jacob wakes up in shock, and he says, Achen yesh Elokim b'makom hazeh v'anochi lo yadati. God exists in this place, and I didn't even know. And when he wakes up in the morning, he makes a vow to God. If you really watch me, and if you won't forsake me, I will build a house for God, and I will tithe all my earnings to you. Why is Jacob repeating the promise God gave him last night? Is there any difference? And also, what was Jacob's discovery? Think about it. Jacob is really the first FFB, what they call today a from birth. He's born being Jewish. His father is Jewish, his grandfather is Jewish, his mother, his grandmother. This is all he's been taught. He never left Borough Park in his life. And now he leaves his home for the very first time. And he has to ask himself the questions. Am I Jewish because my parents were Jewish? Or because I want to be Jewish? Am I doing certain things because that's the expectation of my community? Or because this is my choice? At the beginning, when God approaches Jacob, he introduces himself as the God of Abraham and Isaac. When Jacob responds to God, he says, Ve'ita li le'elokim, I want you to be my God. I don't want you to be the God of my forefathers. I want it to be meaningful to me. Every person who grows up Jewish and goes to synagogue just because he's used to, at a certain point he has to have this moment that Jacob had for the first time when he left his home. And when he responds to God and says, Ve'ita li le'elokim, I want you to be my God, he's asking for his own personal relationship with Hashem. So if you could pray for yourself, there's nothing better than that. Yafet tfilat hacholeh al atzmo mitfilat acherim alav. More beautiful is a prayer of a sick person for himself than anyone else who would pray for him. And his prayer gets accepted first. So a good rabbi is a rabbi who prays for you. But a great rabbi is a rabbi who teaches you how to pray.